Welcome to Glowing Success. My name is Heidi and I am your host. This podcast is for beauty entrepreneurs. Join me weekly as we dive into the beauty industry's ins and outs, from business strategies, top-selling services, and taboo topics. I will be interviewing industry leaders with empowering stories and game-changing insights. Let's illuminate your path to success together. Let's jump into this next episode. Welcome back to Glowing Success. So today's episode is actually all about pay what you can days. So lately I have been seeing this kind of trending on social media and I'm curious about it. It piqued my interest, to say, right? So I've seen this from all different kinds of service providers in the beauty industry. So whether it be hairstylists, estheticians, nail techs, I haven't seen it from massage therapists, but mostly those top three. And they've been talking about it and how they've done it in their business. So some service providers have been saying that this is an amazing way to get back to their community and build trust and also bring new clients in the door. And others are saying it devalues your work and sets the wrong precedent. So I wanted to talk about it, of course. I have a lot to say about this. So I hope you guys, have a lot to say as well. And then I would love to hear about it in the end here. So I want to talk about how it's probably just not a trend, but from the perspective of like someone who's been in this industry a long time, like I have been in the beauty industry a little over 24 years, I want to unpack what's really happening here when people are doing these pay what you can days or even pay what you can events and things like that. I think these kind of days, when done intentionally, can be one of the most like heart-centered moves that you can make in your business. It shows that you care about that community around you. If you've scrolled through Instagram or TikTok lately, you might have seen these videos as well. So I've seen some people say, pay what you can every Sunday, or I have an event or something like that, or even sliding scale facials of the week, something like that, right? People are sharing them, people are commenting on them, people are hearting these, posts, and people are doing a lot of interactions in the comment section. And so that's why I really wanted to talk about it, okay? I think it could be a good business move. I really think that it tells people that you care about the people around you. It tells people that, I understand what you're going through if you're financially going through something or you're saving up for something, but you still want to feel cared for. I will say, we're kind of starved for that physical connection right now, right? We're kind of starved for people caring on each other right now. We have a lot going on. So I think that if you're intentionally doing pay what you can days because you're wanting to reach out to those people around you that do want to get your services done, but they just are really having a hard time, or they're really, they can't do it. This is really good for those things. And honestly, it's really not taking that much from your business when it comes to the relativity of you making more money or spending your time wisely or attracting those clients in the door that are going to be paying those higher prices or buying those higher packages. Because this is, you can pick what you do with it. So you can have it either one day a month, one day a week. You can have an event every 3 months, however you want to do it. And so it's not something that's part of your regular pricing. So people are going to know that this is special. This is only happening on this day. This is only happening on these days of the week, or whatever, however you choose to do it. And like I said earlier, if it comes from the right place and you have the right intention behind it, you're not really discounting your worth. You're demonstrating to the community around you and those clients that maybe have come to you in the past and have had something happen to them. You're demonstrating your generosity to them. You're demonstrating to them that hey, I see you. I believe everyone deserves, access to care or access to the services that you desire. And like I said earlier, it's not really getting in the way of your business too much because, we want to attract people in the door that, of course, value us as service providers, value our time, right? And value those higher ticket things. I understand that and I hear what you're saying. But there is also a time and a place where you give back to your community, or you could do something that feels really good in your heart. Now, if you're listening to this and you're like, I am never going to do this. I'm never going to lower my prices. I think this is lowering your standards or whatever. Then this is not the episode for you and this is not the thing for you. So please move on. But if you are thinking about ways that you can reach those clients that maybe have fallen on hard times, or reach community members that you haven't quite had access to, or they don't have access to you, I should say, or if you're just trying to shake things up because you do want to get out there in your community a little bit, this might be a cool thing to try. You know what I mean? So, and if you structure it correctly, it's not going to take over your whole business. It's not going to be your business model, and you will still profit and make money and so forth, right? So how I would do this in my business, in my spa, if I wanted to implement this, is I probably would do it like once a month to start. Say, hey, I have pay what you can day. Now, obviously that is very limiting. What if the person that wants to book on this day is working during that time? You know, that's where you maybe would come up to, getting feedback and listening to feedback and seeing how that one event went. And then possibly if it goes really well and you feel like you're very heart-centered with it and like you feel like the intention was great and you had really great feedback and, these clients are just amazing, then maybe do it once a week. Say every Sunday or every whatever day of the week you want to do it, I do pay what you can. I've also seen this in the same way done where people just offer discounts on those specific days. So I saw a creator on TikTok, I think it was. Well, she's a service provider and creator, so I will say she has both of those roles. But she does where she basically offers a specific discount every week. So every Wednesday, she offers like 10% off her facials or something like that. So she does it a little bit differently rather than pay what you can. So, kind of structure this and see what works for you, but what I've noticed with these types of things when people try to do things like this is people understand that it's coming from a place of generosity. People understand that it's coming from a place of like, I am coming from a heart-centered place. You're going to hear that a lot in this episode. It's coming from also a place of making connection, right? Because you never know, that client that came in on that specific day where pay what you can, they might turn into a higher paying client in the future. They might turn into a client that, refers people to you. It just might be something that can open doors to an amazing connection, amazing things. I do think in the space of beauty specifically, or just like serving people, maybe in the wellness community as well, we are serving people, right? We're here because we love to serve others. We started in this industry because we love seeing smiling faces. We like making our clients happy, so remember that connection is probably why you started in this industry. That connection is probably why you love seeing those clients that you love seeing every month. You know what I mean? So think about that in a different way of like, we can make those connections in different ways with different people that are, in your community. And every single time doesn't have to be a strong, high ticket transaction. It could be, a small brow wax that somebody comes in every month, and that's not your highest paying service, but man, when you get so excited when that brow wax comes in, right? So we have to think about it from different places in our, life and our business. And when we say yes to things, in whether it be new things with marketing or new services or what have you, you just never know what that is going to open for you. You never know what the door is going to open. But I always tell people, like, if you're coming from a place of compassion, connection, and you have good intentions behind it, generally good things will come back at you, right? Generosity doesn't take away from your abundance. I always want to say that. It actually multiplies it. But I am curious. So as you're listening to this, what side are you on of like, oh my God, I'm running far away from this as possible? Or are you like, you know what? I might try this. It might be super cool to try. I would love to hear what your thoughts are on pay what you can or a discount day or an event or anything like that. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you connect with me on Instagram, you can always send me a DM about this episode or tag me if you feel like it. I will put my Instagram in the show notes in case you guys don't already follow, but I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you feel like anybody could hear this episode and benefit from it, of course, share this episode. And remember, trends, they do come and go, but generosity and connection, that's like the backbone of what we do. It's timeless. We are serving others. We're serving people. And so remember that next time. All right. Thank you for listening today. I will see you next week. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, I'd love for you to leave a review. It really helps more people find the show. And if you know someone who'd also enjoy it, share it with them or tag me on Instagram so I can thank you. New episodes come out every week, so be sure to subscribe so you never miss one. See you next time.